Thank you. It's Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023 at 6:25 p.m. Hawarden has now come out of closed session on agenda item number 4 with good discussion in closed session. Anything to be talked about in open session? I don't believe so. We will move on then to other agenda item number 5. This would be the third reading of ordinance 745, the street grade amendment. Been motioned by Monty.
Second.
Seconded by John. A motion and a second for the third reading of ordinance 745. Call for a roll call vote, please.
Feldhacker.
Aye.
Harvey. Olson.
Aye.
Lucky.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
On a 5-0 roll call vote, the third reading of ordinance 745, the street grade amendment, passes. We'll talk some more now about the fiscal year 24 general fund and enterprise funds budget. This is agenda item number 6.
And again, there is no real update with a number that I'm looking at right now. It's going to be so different that I can't predict what it's going to be with the changes of the industrial and commercial. But I'm probably underestimating at 20,000. So that's, but I could be way off. It could be less than that. Could be more than that. I'm just guessing.
That's about all you can do now, right now.
Yep. So I don't know if you guys had any other areas that you were looking at for that, or if you guys were just thinking about transferring more to cover it this one time and figuring out, or doing a mixture of the both. So, but as of right now, I have no changes that I've made to the budget from last meeting. And I am open to your guys' opinions on things that we can change going forward, if any. We could also wait and hold off to see if we get more information before next meeting, but we will be cutting close. Like, let me pull up my calendar again. So this did make it so that our budget has to be passed by April 30th. And to give you an idea of our absolute last, it takes 2 meetings to do it. And it's a 10 to 20 publish. So 10 days before April 30th would be the absolute last time we could set a public hearing for April 30th to pass it on. But both of those would be special meetings. If you want to do it without special meetings, we have to set the public hearing, the first meeting in April, and pass the budget, the second meeting in April. But I have to have absolutes before that first meeting in April because it has to be in the paper the day after. So I can't change anything after it. So what we're looking at for almost an absolute last is that first meeting in April. I can't have any changes on that one.
You haven't heard any more about when it would take effect, or are they saying absolutely?
It's absolutely happening.
It's budget, yes.
And right now it is gone from the state down to the counties, and the counties have until March 9th to have everything back to the state. And once that is done, then I can repopulate our valuation, our front cover page, and see how much property tax dollars we will get from that. And I am very much hopeful that it will be in there before our March 8th meeting so that we can hopefully be able to make some final decisions on that meeting, because that would make this process less rushed for the end of it.
Was there any mention of backfill for this first year?
They are absolutely not doing a backfill because it was a clerical error and we weren't supposed to have the money anyways, was their response to that.
Looks like through the last number of meetings, we've had some pretty good fine tuning as far as where we're at, and you're giving us really fine-tune numbers as much as we can at this point. Council, have any other thoughts with the budget process?
I guess, go ahead.
I was to the state that we gave to Premier, why don't you? You want me to send it to them? Well,
I'll handle it, but thank you.
okay.
Appreciate it. as far as I think we just need to, for me, just wait and see where things shake out. And then if we have to go back later or do something to adjust it, then we address that at that time. But I don't know how the rest of them feel, so.
Yeah,
Same.
that's kind of where I was at.
We can't fix
Can't.
this.
No,
We
Don't know
can't.
what you're addressing there at this point.
no.
I was just thinking the same thing. I mean, you don't, it's just, you have no idea.
That's why the budget hasn't
Yeah.
changed. We could have
You
moved
just
numbers
deal
around,
with, you
but-
kind of look at it later and,
Yeah, it's hard to make any adjustments,
Yeah, budget
even with
amendment.
this extra month they give
Yeah.
everybody. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
I mean,
that
that, we don't want to leave you
short
hanging
time
in
frame
limbo
compared to
worried
what
about-
you would normally have.
That way you got direction and, you know, because that's a lot of work, putting that budget together and all those.
Yeah, my thought is just leave it where it's at and pass it the way it is and then see later how it shakes out. But
Yeah, I would do that too.
Thanks, Jacob, and thanks, council, for your work and working on the budgets there. Agenda item number 8, Resolution 2023-12, a USDA grant application. Carol referenced it earlier.
Yeah, that's just for my revolving loan fund. It'll just be another $99,000 that I can add to that to use to help, young entrepreneurs or help new businesses expand.
So moved.
Been a motion by Travis. Is there a second?
Second?
Seconded by Patty. Roll call vote, please, for Resolution 2023-12.
Harvey.
Yep.
Olson.
Aye.
Feldhacker.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Bucky.
Aye.
On a 5-0 roll call vote, Resolution 2023-12 passes. The last agenda item, or second to the last, is a consent agenda from Dollar General. Is there a motion for the consent agenda from Dollar General?
Make him, go ahead.
Motion by Patty,
Second.
seconded by Rob. All in favor of the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none, that passes 5-0. Lastly is request for, is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Motion by John, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Travis. All in favor of adjournment, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? Didn't think so. That passes 5-0. Thanks for being with us tonight, venturing out on such
Yes.
horrible weather. Staff, thank you for your work.
No, there's really nothing in there. If you want to keep them, you can.